And let me just spotlight here. And go. Okay, great. Let's get started. I think we had everyone go. Anyways, you guys, I'm so excited to have KW Coastal Agent new to our office, but joining the Veritas group, Claire Lee. Claire, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me today. Yeah, I just joined Keller Williams Coastal Properties and Veritas Group to thrive in 2025. And yeah, thank you so much for having me here. Yeah, I'll try my best to answer all the questions that may help a lot of you guys. So yeah.
I'm so excited. Richard and I were talking a little bit about your real estate journey and how
Yeah.
exciting it was for us. So, maybe kind of introduce yourself. Who are you? How long have you been in real estate? What kind of successes have you seen?
Yeah, so my name is Claire Lee. I'm based in Los Angeles right now. I used to be with a different office, but to join a Veritas Group team, I've joined Coastal Properties, and I'm hitting my third year in February, actually.
Wow.
And I think I'm feeling like, oh, it's been maybe about like 5 years, but I was even surprised. Oh, it's only been 3 years now. But yeah, so when I first started, I just really loved all the materials that I was learning right before getting the exam. So yeah, I really liked it, and I just went on full time, and I wanted to learn everything about real estate. And yeah, I was really passionate and I'm still passionate for sure. And yeah, that's how I started. And yeah, and I'm here now. And
And now you're here, you're partnering with a group. So tell me, you've had really amazing success over the last 3 years, finding who you are, building your brand, getting consistent business. Tell us a little bit more about that. Like, how did that happen? How did Claire Lee get her license and in 3 years start growing this thriving business already?
yeah, so at first I was really lost. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on
Mhm.
yes, I watched a lot of Brandon Morel's YouTube and the there's a lot of YouTube rock stars who coaches a lot of agents. So I watched all of their YouTube videos, trying to learn as much as possible. And I signed up for the Tom Ferry coaching when I first got my license, but I actually kind of regretted signing up for Tom Ferry coaching too early because I had no idea
Mm.
it was too soon to join a coaching team and it was pretty expensive. So, um, yeah, so I started that and how I um, hosted open houses every single weekend on my first year. And that's how I started my first real estate deal. And it took me about 8 months to close on a first deal. I lost some clients in between because when I first got my license, the interest rate was about 2-3%, and the new constructions were not giving any concessions to the agent. So, yeah, I closed my first deal in about 8 months. And after that, I was really um, fortunate because I was working as a assistant and partnership with a very seasoned agent in Koreatown, LA. So I was getting some portion where the that seasoned agent was bringing businesses and I was doing everything. I went to the listing appointment with that agent, and from staging all the contracts, documents, TC work, just everything. Yeah, so I learned a lot during those. That was my second year in real estate.
Mhm. So it's almost like you learned the ins and outs so strongly, especially in the beginning
Yeah,
stages of your career, of
yeah.
knowing, the transaction support, knowing the documents and things like that that need to be executed, that gave you the confidence to
Mhm.
now do what you're doing. So now
Yeah.
where does most of your business come from?
My business comes from friends, referrals. Most of them are, yeah, my friends and referrals. So I had about 20,000 followers on Instagram, and I got those followers from my previous job. So I think that helped a lot because I was pretty loud on my Instagram and wanted to let everyone know that I have this job transition. I'm working as a realtor. I'm working really hard and I am recording everything that I'm seeing and all the process like inspection, showing, and new constructions. I was trying to give the values and informations through my social media. So a lot of friends and people that I knew years ago, I got connected through social media, and they were um, contacting me about to ask any questions about real estate, and I would answer them. And that's how I started helping my friends and getting referrals.
Social media growth has been a big part of your experience as a real estate agent. That's very impressive, your amount of followers when you go on and you see your content. But you
Yeah.
did touch base there for a second and said that you're showing all aspects of the transaction. Is that a good way to engage with your client in that sense of showing the value?
I think at first, if you don't have a lot of pipelines, then you need to start any conversation about the real estate. So, and someone asking a question about real estate, that means they're definitely interested and they're going to be someone's client in the future some time. So I just try to give um, a lot of values and answers to those questions, get connected, and just tell them to ask me any questions if they have. And people are definitely interested in like seeing houses too, um, like flipped houses or beautiful houses. They want to, I mean, people definitely want to purchase their houses in the future. So yeah, I would definitely recommend yeah, starting the conversation that way for sure.
Well, on social media,
Yeah.
there's been statistics that are showing that the trend, say 10 years ago, 5 years ago, was to go on for entertainment. Now they're looking for TikTok and Instagram as more of an infotainment type platform. So it's giving you more information. People are
Yeah,
searching for that stuff.
for
Right?
sure. Yes.
What happens at an inspection? How, what do you do? What do you walk through? That type of organic content builds those relationships organically, right? You just
Right.
naturally DM or connect with people. Do you ever reach out to people directly through your platforms? Like, do you ever directly message them or do anything like that to lead generate?
Um, mm, I would not, I don't think I directly contacted the people like that I don't know, but definitely friends, or if I've met them only like maybe once, I would definitely ask them about if they are planning to purchase a property or about selling, or um, definitely ask about referrals too. If you have anyone around you are planning to purchase or sell, then yeah, please think about me and yeah, ask for
Yeah, it's like starting that conversation, right? That
yeah,
like if you don't ask, it's on them to know that you're in real estate, and two, you're accepting new clients. Right?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
People think you get busy and stuff. What is your most important thing that you've learned over the last couple years in real estate, maybe that you think is valuable? What are some secret?
Um, I think the most important thing during my career is giving values and really be genuine to people. And I
Mm,
think, I mean, a lot of great coaches tell you that you cannot think about the person and have a dollar sign on their above their head, and really be genuine and really be curious about how I can help this client. Like, and ask a lot of questions about them and what their needs are. And through those questions, I think you definitely build up a rapport, and um, they I mean, people love to share their stories and love
mm.
to share what they want and their needs. So, really listen to what they need, and try to give the values to those questions.
Yeah. When you don't build that relationship, you're missing that opportunity to connect with them over and over and over again, not just about
Yeah.
motivation, but also continuing the relationship beyond the transaction, right?
Right. Right.
Building that sphere and that people. I think that's really
Yeah.
important. That's going to take staying in touch with that amount of people. I mean, obviously through social media or through email or anything like that. You need to have models and systems. So like what kind of models and systems are you using right now? What does that look like in your business?
So honestly, I didn't really have a system in set. I mean, for CRMs or like the marketings and stuff. So that's why I started to I mean, thinking about joining a team to build that system. And I've worked with Veritas Group on 3 deals last year, and I really love their system. So, yeah, wanted to have that leverage to have more businesses and more time to lead generate so I can, yeah, make more businesses for sure.
I
But
love that.
yeah, for CRM, I mean, I wasn't really consistent on one CRM program, but now I'm using Lofty. Yeah, Lofty. And for the marketing, I think the Curator, I think that's connected to the Lofty. So I've started using those platforms, and it's crazy how smart it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technology has made big
Technology.
advancements to
Yeah.
help our business for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
staying in those and staying with those with technology, whether it's social media or anything like that, it's important to have those things in place so that we're doing them consistently to build that growth.
Yes.
What kind of social media stuff do you have for us? Any tips or tricks? How to grow your followers to something that, you had 20,000. I think that's amazing.
Oh, so I mean, my followers are actually decreasing, but just share a lot of things. I mean, if you're going to a showing or if you are going to a buyer consultation or a listing appointment, I just share all of that. So I through that, people are thinking that, oh, she's pretty busy with her businesses. And that's how you build trust. And I'm trying to be very genuine on social media as well. So I share a lot of my characters too. Um, I mean, my everyday life with my dog, and I mean, the business is part of my life too. So I share a lot of it. Um, yeah, I share, I think, at least 3 stories on Instagram every day. I should post more like those postings, but yeah, I'm trying to be more consistent on, yeah, posting on social media for sure.
How are stories and posts different for you? Like why you just said you post 3 stories a day. Like tell
Mm.
me more a little bit about that. Why do you do three? What do
Yeah.
those three usually consist of? I love that.
Stories are usually easier to share. So, um, I mean, I just, yeah, record and then share, and that goes onto the story. And the stories um, go, I mean, stories gets deleted after 24 hours. So those contents that don't need to be on the like permanent postings, I think. So I share just I don't think about I don't have to think a lot on the stories like what I have to post. So just share everyday life on stories, and if I have listings and listing videos, and if I've traveled and share my life, then yeah, I would definitely post those on the postings, yeah.
Yeah, and you said the stories, it seems like, or again, or a more less commitment of
Mhm.
content, right? When you
Right.
post something, you really need to put thought into it. It's more carefully curated for your page, right? Whether it's aesthetically pleasing or it's something that's in alignment with your business, versus the stories can be a little bit more spontaneous, less, it doesn't have to be perfect, maybe showing a little bit more, right?
Yes, that's the yeah, that is yeah, absolutely correct. Right.
Well, that's good. Thank you. Who do you follow on social media, or what type of resources do you have if someone wants to help grow that content? I know
Um,
Richard has a class coming up. I know he has a
yeah.
class that he's teaching Instagram Reels. Anyone that you would suggest or resources to look at?
Um, I follow a lot of agents. I just follow them because there's always things that you can learn. Hmm. I follow, I mean, a lot of agents who produce a lot, see what
Mm.
they do, what they post, and I mean lenders too, to get all the informations, and I repost them too because that can yeah, by reposting I can get my audiences that information too. So yeah, just anything that can be valuable, and I think that's a good content, then I definitely share.
There's a lot of ideas that get inspired by as a real estate agent on social media that you can see, and we call it R&D, rip off and duplicate, in an honor, in a way of honor, right?
Yeah.
Maybe make it your own a little bit, but absolutely, at the end of the day, most of this organic content is not really unique to you. Someone's probably already done something like it, so it's really just
Yeah.
kind of making it who you are. And what a good way to follow people who are already in production.
Yeah.
Again, another tip that I've heard is go in and search in there on Instagram, hashtag real estate, hashtag real estate agent, and find the top trending people in there. They're going to have the most, thoughtful, put together pieces because they have such a large audience.
Yeah, I remember copying their just listed and just sold designs on Canva. I used to do that too, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could definitely be inspired by that. I love it. Let's shift focus just a little bit because I want to hear you are actively in production. You're working hard, girl. You're doing a great job. What are some of the conversations that you're having with your clients right now about this market? What are they saying? What are you hearing?
So I met up with my client yesterday, who wanted to purchase in Pacific Palisades, and I mean, we talked about how they're going to be rebuilt, and I mean, we're all like completely lost if buying in Pacific Palisades is even possible right now. So had that conversation, and I mean definitely interest rate is a top topic for the buyers. Um for the sellers, I mean it's about what they need and how their life is changing and what um their need is at this moment. So just see. Mm. Yeah, I think a lot of buyers are not certain what the real estate market is going to be in like the first quarter of 2025. So I mean, I'm telling my buyers, I mean, this is a really good time to buy because less competition, you have leverage to make your offer, I mean, maybe less than an offered price or closing cost concessions through seller. So I'm trying to get my buyers more motivated to purchase
Mm,
property right now. But yeah, the problem is there are not many inventories at this moment, and
mm,
I see the locations that have good school districts, the properties are selling really quick. Yeah, a lot of properties are in escrow and not many are in active listings. So yeah, I'm trying to communicate that and educate what is happening to the market. Um, yeah,
Interest rates, changing and fluctuating. I know, I think the jobs report just came out today, so it looks like more than likely interest rates are going up again. So, what do you say to people like that? Someone's like, "Oh, Claire, the interest rates are so bad." What do you say to that?
I mean, interest rate, if their monthly mortgage payment makes sense and if they can afford that not too overwhelming, then I would definitely encourage them to purchase right now and maybe refinance later on. Um, and but if that is too overwhelming for my clients, I do not push too hard, actually. I want them to be definitely more confident and comfortable when purchasing their properties. And um, or I mean, maybe look at the different locations that the where the property is less expensive. So having a different location recommendation probably, yeah, that's what I'm doing with my clients.
In that conversation, it's focusing more on the long-term relationship rather than the short-term transaction and saying,
Yeah,
hey, if you have objections and reservations and that's all right. But then also offering them alternative locations, situations, price points, and things like that that might still fit their needs.
right. Yes. Because I am pretty picky too, and you have to be, I think everyone has to be picky when they're purchasing a house. That's yeah, your um most expensive investment in your life. So I definitely understand yeah, the buyer why buyers are picky and they're worried about the interest rate. So being patient and wait for them and um just provide any valuable information that you know. Yeah.
That's great. Claire, what else do you have for the group? How do you stay motivated? What else do you have for everyone?
Um, I mean, regardless of the market shift, I know interest rate is really high and not many of your clients are not motivated, but there's businesses everywhere. I mean, I am still, yeah, definitely trying to get more businesses too. Just be consistent, and if you are really genuine to everyone around you, I'm pretty sure people will reach out and um, look for your help. So I think that's the most important thing. Yeah, so um, let's get to 2025 thrive for everyone and yeah, make it
I
happen.
love that energy. Claire,
Thank you.
thank you so much for joining us. Just to recap, I love all of your social media tidbits. You guys go on, follow Claire on social media. Is your handle just Claire Lee? Is that your, I'm sorry, I should have had it
Oh,
dropped in the chat.
oh, it's okay. It's Claire Chong Lee.
Okay, great.
CL,
Yeah.
yeah, Chong is my Korean name, so but Claire Chong Lee, CHEONG, and Yeah, please follow
That's
me.
awesome. Go
Follow you
on and
back.
follow her. Look at her content. You guys go and look at that social media lead generation like a very organic, very natural, very authentic for you and your business. That's definitely some tips that Claire had given us. Stay focused through the market. And if someone's not ready to transact, go out and find someone else that is, right? Spend that
Mm,
energy in a different direction and help in a different direction. At the end of the day, our clients are our people, so we're there to build those lifelong relationships, right?
yes.
Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Happy Friday. Please, from all of us here at the office, stay safe. I know the fires are happening. Take care of your loved ones. Check in with us. Let us know. Have a good, productive weekend, you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire.
Bye.
Okay, stop.